Oh, Lordy. Are you going to keep it on the table that whole time? Just drag the one corner of the table into the shot. I love it.
Hello!
Hey,
I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
And in answer to the question Chris asked me off camera, yes.
Cool.
Welcome to the podcast.
How's it going, Sam?
Having a blast. How are you?
I'm good, man. We're recording this very late at night.
It is pretty late.
It is midnight.
Yeah, 12:15 actually.
Oh, 15 even.
But you know what?
It's past midnight, Sam.
Wait, what is this?
It's a military challenge coin.
Wait, isn't Kirkland?
Kirtland.
Oh, isn't Kirkland like the...
Kirk Franklin, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Well, no, Kirkland is the Costco brand.
Is it Costco? I thought that Kirkland was, I thought Kirkland was something else.
Yeah, Kirkland. Hey, Brittany.
You got her headphones in?
Well, I tried. Kirkland, I think, is a Costco brand. If only I had Google in my pocket. Kirkland, I think, is a Costco brand. So I saw this and I was like, is that a Costco brand, like Chaplain Core coin? But then I realized it was...
I'll look this up. I don't know.
The USAF Chaplain Corps, brought to you by Kirkland Signature.
United States Air Force Chaplain Corps. Kirkland. I'm just going to search Kirkland. We're going to find out here. That's fine.
You know, all right, while I was looking that up.
Turns out it is Costco wholesale.
Hey,
right, there you go.
Chris saying Kirk Franklin made me think of Aretha Franklin, which then made me think of a joke.
Urethra Franklin.
Urethra Franklin. So every now and then, Chris and I will just be hanging out in the apartment, and if I'm being completely honest, I think we're much funnier off camera.
It's our curse.
Chris and I are a riot when we're just like doinking around, like playing games, like just
doinking,
just like chatting. Like when Chris and I filmed DBZ, we were kind of funny. If you
no,
would just
that's
like
a different channel.
If you had just filmed Chris and I like playing Street Fighter any of the normal days we play Street Fighter, probably funnier.
If there were a way for us to just have a constant camera recording that
like Big Brother,
but then I mean, can you imagine the storage space for a 24/7 live feed?
It'd be awful.
Also, half of that would just be me asleep on the couch because I don't sleep in my own bed anymore.
I could not tell you the last time I did not come out in the morning and find like the couch configured with like back of the couch there for a pillow. But this is, you always leave this.
No, yeah, I don't move the pillows.
So I can always tell that you were anyway. Either way,
no, because I mean it's like the TV.
But yeah, so Chris and I were just goofing the other day, and somehow Aretha Franklin came up, which then turned into Urethra Franklin.
There's a point where I get kind of loopy, and Sam's going to check things. I get a little loopy, and then I will. Was that a spark that I just heard? What did you do? How did you spark something? All right, while he's fixing that, I get a little loopy, and we were just kind of going back and forth with stuff, and I think you know what it is? You said something about respect, and then you wanted Alexa to start playing Aretha Franklin, and I was like, Urethra Franklin, and then I laughed for like 20 minutes because that was funny as hell. And so now I can't not call her Urethra Franklin. That's her name. The first thing I said, like after I actually managed to stop laughing, was, well, I guess it's time to go change all my usernames so that way all of my usernames are Urethra Franklin. Unfortunately, the funniest one that I want now, which unfortunately I saw somebody else have, is Mumford & Guns, which is just the coolest thing ever. Shout out to Mumford & Guns on Destiny 2. We saw him in the Crucible.
I was going to say, Mumford & Guns was a hot minute ago. That was, like, early when Destiny 2 came. That was in the first, like, week or two of playing Destiny 2. Back in September,
yeah. That was back when that was the only thing that we played ever.
For, like, a month. It was a good game. I had so much fun with Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 was great. No regrets.
Oh, yeah, I would do it all over again. Easily.
And, I mean, as soon as the big expansion comes out, I'm going to go back to it. That's the Destiny cycle.
I don't know if I will. I don't know if I want to put more money into that game.
Sam, you say that now. But trust me.
Where did my Destiny 2 time come from? I already stopped playing Persona. I haven't finished Persona yet because Monster Hunter came out.
Sam,
but I'm going to stop playing Monster Hunter when Ni no Kuni 2 comes out.
Sam, trust me. When the big expansion for Destiny 2 comes out, you will not be able to help yourself.
Yeah, but then I'll stop playing Ni no Kuni 2 to play Destiny. But then I've already stopped playing Monster Hunter World, playing Ni no Kuni 2, and I'll stop playing Persona 5 with Monster Hunter World. And those are 4 huge games.
That's a problem that Destiny...
Back to back.
That's a problem that Destiny does not care about. It doesn't care what you're doing, how you feel about it, what you want to do with any of that spare time. It says, no, you will play me. And you can't say no.
Oh.
It's got those big, gigantic tentacle hooks from the solo teaser, and they're just whipping around, and it grabs you.
It's like a Rathtar.
I don't like the Rathtars. They were my least favorite part of that movie.
The Rathtars did nothing wrong.
Because they didn't need to be there. That's all they did wrong.
Except apparently the genocide that they committed.
They did eat a dude in that movie.
And almost ate Finn.
And then burped for some reason.
Listen, sometimes when you got to burp, you got to burp.
Dumb movie. It's not a dumb movie.
I was going to say, you just call Force Awakens a dumb movie?
Dumb part of that movie.
Great movie.
So, I have a theory for you. For one, if you haven't, pause this and go watch the solo teaser from the Super Bowl.
I thought you were going to say go watch Force Awakens, and I was
if
like,
if you haven't seen the solo teaser, what are you doing here? But at the end of it, they're in like a really like stormy area, right? That's the point where like the Millennium Falcon like bitch slaps that TIE fighter, which was so awesome. And then Han even has like the kind of throwback line. It was like, man, I thought we were in trouble, but everything's fine. We're fine, which is very similar to his line in A New Hope, where they're on the jail cell area of the Death Star, and somebody calls them on the comms, and he goes like, "Hi, yeah, we had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you?"
I forgot about that.
And that's exactly what that line made me think of. I was like, okay, this feels like Han Solo to me. But as they're flying through, there's like dark and stormy thing, and then these big tentacles come flying out of nowhere. Now, if you played the campaign of Battlefront 2, which you didn't.
I watched you play most of it, though.
Okay. There are these weird... you go to Cloud City for a short amount of time, right?
Because they had to put Lando in there somehow.
Funny enough, Lando, not in the Cloud City part of the game.
This game is stupid.
It's post Return of the Jedi.
I'm ashamed of how much time I spent playing Battlefront 2.
I'm not. It's a good game.
It's a lot. I spent a lot of time playing Battlefront 2.
It's a good game, and you know it. It's post Return of the Jedi. Why would he go back to Cloud City? He was part of the rebellion.
True.
Yeah. They go to Cloud City because the Empire had taken over it at that point. I mean, we see them invade it in Empire Strikes Back. But the Imperial Remnant was there. But there's a point where you're flying into Cloud City, like you're on Bespin, flying up to Cloud City, and as you're doing that, there are these weird, gigantic, for lack of a better term, like jellyfish, but they got like these octopus tentacles on them, and so that tells me they're probably on Cloud City at that point in the movie.
Ooh,
which I go,
interesting. Yes, I do love Cloud City.
Now I wonder then.
OT.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. So I wonder then, because it's confirmed that we're going to see Corellia in this movie. We've already seen it. That sequence when he's on the speeder in the solo trailer, that's Corellia. Also, the big train, the magnetic train, is also Corellia. Funny enough, that magnetic train is also from Shadows of the Empire. You go to Corellia in Shadows of the Empire, and that mag train is on it, and also in Rogue Squadron.
Oh yeah,
fun fact.
Forgot about that.
Yep. I'm sorry, it's not. That's 100% where it's from. Is Rogue Squadron. Not Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, the train you had Shadows of the Empire is like...
That's on a different planet.
Through like the junkyard where you fight IG-88.
Yeah, it's also much smaller.
Screw IG-88.
I hate that level.
Fight.
I hate that level.
That was actually going to be my suggestion for gameplay. That's why I texted you today about...
Is that why you're asking if my HDMI works on the laptop? Yeah.
We can probably get the Elgato to work with your laptop. There's like no reason we shouldn't.
We'll test that at not 1 a.m.
But sometime we should just do the IG-88 level until we beat it.
I'd be super down. We should do the snow level before that. Why not?
But the IG-88 level's hard.
We'll go into both of them.
Shadows of the Empire, great game.
It really is.
Controls horribly. It is.
I feel like it'd probably be better if we actually played it on an N64, because that's what it was made for.
I have 2 of them now, so.
The one was not at home, and I don't understand why. Where was I going with this? The Cloud City solo trailer. And what I'm thinking is, they're probably going to meet up with Lando before, like possibly even on Corellia. And clearly, I think we're going to see the whatever bet it is that goes on between the two of them, where Han wins the Falcon from Lando. But if that is what I think it is, and they're actually at Cloud City, I think that's how we're going to see Lando. Like, I think Lando might stay on Cloud City in the movie, and that'll be the last part that we see him in, and then he's there until
I
Empire
really
Strikes
hope
Back.
the bet's something like super stupid. I hope the bet's like.
I think it's a card game.
Because
we already have a shot of Lando holding cards at a table.
Yeah,
and there's also another shot. It's like a close up of Lando at the table or whatever holding cards, but then there's another scene where it's like the shot is back from behind Han Solo, and it goes out in what's clearly like a cantina, and somebody on the Star Wars Leaks subreddit noticed that actually in between the shot you can see Lando's like bright yellow shirt that he's wearing, and they're like, oh, that's Lando right there, and then they went and connected that with this other shot of him holding cards, and they're like, I bet you that's the scene where Han wins the Falcon from him.
I'm just saying, if it's like a game of Go Fish, I'll bounce the movie 100 times.
It's just war.
It's just Donald Glover and Han Solo just playing a game of war. I would watch that.
I'll watch anything they put Donald Glover in.
Yes.
Who might be the best casting choice in anything of all time. Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian.
The only thing that would have been better is if Donald Glover had been Spider-Man. Would I still hold he should have been Spider-Man, not Peter Holland. I think they should have gone away from
Tom Holland.
Not Tom Holland. I think they should have gone away from Peter Parker Spider-Man.
No.
And gone with...
Have you seen Homecoming?
What is the black Spider-Man's name?
Miles Morales.
Yes.
Did you see Homecoming?
Miles Morales. I still haven't seen Homecoming. You know I have not seen Homecoming.
I don't know if I want to say this then.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to say it anyway,
because it's Homecoming.
Miles Morales is not in Homecoming.
Homecoming.
No, Donald Glover is in Homecoming.
I do that.
He's Miles Morales' uncle. Donald Glover's related to Miles Morales. The thing is, Donald Glover's too old. Miles Morales is in high school.
Donald Glover's like the same age as Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
Andrew Garfield's like 31.
Yeah, but Donald Glover looks old.
Kind of. You can make him look young.
Not high school young.
It doesn't have to be in high school.
It does though. It's Spider-Man.
But you could have an established Spider-Man.
The thing is one, he already is an established Spider-Man. We're not given any origin story of Spider-Man in the MCU.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. They're taking bits and pieces because most of this stuff in the MCU relates to the Ultimate comic storyline. Which this Spider-Man is very Ultimate Spider-Man. And here's the thing: trust me, you haven't seen Homecoming yet. After you see Homecoming, you will realize that Tom Holland is the best on-screen Spider-Man that we've ever had, bar none. There's no comparison. Sam, I'm serious. There's no comparison. They make Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire look like wannabes, like kids that dressed up for Halloween.
Here's the thing: Tobey Maguire.
Tony
Maguire.
Peter Holland's friend.
Tony Maguire sounds like the kind of guy that's like...
Sounds like he sells pizza.
He sounds like he's like a bouncer outside of like an Italian nightclub, like trying to break your thumbs for like not even paying your debt to work aside.
It's funny. I said that he sounds like he sells pizza. I believe Peter Parker is actually a pizza delivery boy in Spider-Man 2.
Delivery boy in Spider-Man 2. But what I'm saying is, Tobey Maguire was the Spider-Man we never deserved. I think he is the best superhero movie protagonist before the Dark Knight trilogy. All superhero movies that ever have come before the Dark Knight trilogy, I think he's the best protagonist.
I agree.
We did not deserve
I agree, because you know what else we had? We had the X-Men and Blade.
And all of the old Superman movies. I'm counting everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it had Batman. It had nothing to go against.
Dude, Wesley Snipes though. The Blade movies are solidly okay.
No, they're not anymore. They do not hold up.
Listen, Trinity is bad.
Trinity
is just a bad.
Blade does not hold up.
Trinity is just bad. But 1 and 2 are like okay.
I love Wesley Snipes, but Blade does not hold up, dude.
Also, have you ever looked? So, Screen Junkies just did a honest trailer for the Blade trilogy like yesterday, which is funny that that's
hilarious.
Comes up because I literally
Black Panther's coming out.
So I was bored yesterday, and I looked through Wesley Snipes' filmography. That man has been in nothing. Like,
no, he's been in Blade and Star Trek.
Like that's about it. Like,
he's been in Blade and Star Trek, and that's
like
all.
A lot of bad movies, and then Blade. So three more
bad movies. Yeah, Blade, it doesn't hold up.
But yeah, no. Screen Junkie said this whole bit at the beginning of the trailer about how Blade was Like how everyone forgot like the actual first Marvel like black superhero movie.
Yeah, this is the first MCU one though, which is a big deal.
All of the headlines are like the first superhero movie with
black,
like a black
and
main
everyone's
character.
like, no, Blade happened.
There were 3 of them. There were literally 3 of them. It wasn't like there was one of them.
They weren't good though. But I mean, comic book movies at that time were so niche though too. Like, of course it's not. I mean, Black Panther is still like the first of its kind on this level. I understand.
People are dumb.
I understand that, but I mean, whatever.
If you ever say anything about Black Panther, the first superhero with a black lead character, you're dumb. You had 3 of them. The Blade trilogy.
First good movie with a black lead character.
Blade 1 and 2 are all solidly okay. They're fun.
They're not good anymore.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're not good movies though.
Did you see? I had heard of it before, but never actually seen a clip of it before. So I think it was in Trinity. They had this horrible CG that like they had to like reshoot a bunch at the end because the CG was so bad they cut it like right before the movie was supposed to come out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So they actually got a clip of it for the Honest trailer.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
It's bad.
It's the worst CG I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, I mean, you're looking at like early 2000s CG in a movie about vampires.
But it's so bad in early 2000s that they cut it from the movie. Like that's how bad it is that it was so bad it was too bad for early 2000s.
You know who else was in Trinity? Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Who's now in like one of the best superhero movies of all time.
He's been in 3 different superhero movie franchises.
Yeah. X-Men, Blade, and Deadpool. Funny enough, he played Deadpool in 2 of them.
Yes, but very different Deadpool.
We don't talk about the X-Men.
Oh, and Green Lantern.
Oh, he was in Green Lantern.
So 4.
Oh, Green Lantern was bad. So was X-Men Origins, to
Ryan
be fair.
Reynolds, what did
and
you
Blade
do?
Trinity. The only good superhero movie that he's done is Deadpool. And to be fair, that's also one of the most like comic book accurate characters he's ever played.
Ryan Reynolds, I think, has become more of like Ryan Reynolds lately. Like I look at like Blade Runner 2048. Like I'm up and down on that movie.
You know that's not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that's not Ryan Reynolds.
That's the guy from The Notebook.
That's the other guy. That's
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he's in La La Land.
Well, never mind then.
Different.
As soon as I started saying that, I was like, wait a second. I think that was the
different Ryan.
That is the other Ryan. Damn. Never mind.
Blade Runner 2048, starting Peter Holland.
Here's the thing. 2048. I have my mixed opinions on that movie.
9.
Ryan Gosling does a really good job in that.
Ryan Gosling killed it. That's a good movie. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
I have no holdouts. I loved Blade Runner 2049.
I want to go back and I've only seen it once. I want to go back and rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it deserves a second watch, but it's a weird movie.
There's so much.
Have you been watching any of Altered Carbon on Netflix?
Oh,
It has such a 2048 vibe. Like the aesthetic is very, very, very similar.
I've heard the whole vibe of the thing is similar.
The color palette.
But I've also I've heard mixed things about Altered Carbon.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of like the thing that will keep me from watching the rest of it is like gratuitous nudity.
Oh, I might have to watch it now.
A lot of nudity.
Sweet. Like, is it equal opportunity nudity?
It's not.
Oh.
It's a lot of boobs.
Okay, that's fine.
I've heard that there's like a penis later on. But
no dude butt?
Just a lot of... It's a lot of boobs.
For whatever reason, there's something about sci-fi that are like, let's just put breasts in it. I mean, Blade Runner does the same thing.
Blade Runner, out of Ex Machina. Ex Machina
had a ton of them.
Probably my favorite sci-fi movie of like this decade. Just random nudity.
I like Blade Runner a bit more.
No, I lied. Arrival.
Ooh, Arrival.
Arrival's
my favorite one.
Is Arrival the best sci-fi movie of all time?
No.
What's better?
Blade
What's
Runner.
better than Arrival?
The original Blade Runner.
Original Blade Runner is really good.
The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element's really good. I don't know. Arrival might be my favorite. Might be my personal favorite.
Arrival's good. Arrival's very good.
Arrival's absolutely incredible.
How much time we got left, Sam?
I don't know. Let me find out. Sometimes one thing that I don't like about the 8+, and I think I've heard this is like
you're also just
iPhone
tapping
problem.
it. Hold your thumb to it.
I do.
You're like no, you're doing this.
No, a lot.
Do this.
It does. It does this sometimes.
Press it.
Where
it'll press the button home.
I did. Like no, legitimately.
See, look, when you do it right, and you
that's what I was doing.
If you do it right and you don't mess it up, it works. It just works. That's a JonTron quote for you. You're welcome.
I know.
All right, so I want to get into our topic here, Sam, real fast, which is I'm very excited about Black Panther. I've been, like reading a bunch about it.
We're seeing it tomorrow, maybe.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. I've been listening to the soundtrack a bunch because it's really good.
Yeah.
By the way, Black Panther soundtrack, quality. It's all Kendrick Lamar and it's fantastic. Plus, like 12 other artists on top of that, but Kendrick's in all of it. It's very good. Go watch it. Go listen to it. In light of that, though, I wanted to have this discussion. I want to talk about our top 5 Marvel movies.
All right.
MCU movies, specifically.
I could get out of the way first that the best one is undoubtedly Thor 2. It's kind of the unquestionable.
That's it. Cancel the show. We're done. That's it.
Thor 2's
the best one.
Thor 2.
In fact, it's just Thor 2 5 times.
If that was worst Marvel movie, then yes.
It's not. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Marvel is it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. I'd watch The Dark World over Blade, for instance, but it's not a good movie.
I'd watch Blade.
So
I'd watch Spider-Man 3.
So let's go ahead and start at number 5.
Number 5.
Which I'm going to say for number 5. Actually, do you want me to pull up a list of MCU movies so we can keep track of them all?
We might start at 1 because it's going to be hard for me to start from the bottom.
Now we're here.
You see what I'm saying? I might put something at 5 and then get to 3 and be like, oh, maybe that should be
All right, fair enough.
I think it's easier to start at 1 and then go from there.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do then. Number 1, Civil War. Oh, see, that's why I want to do one last, because that's the big one. Right?
Yeah, but number 1 Civil War for me.
Number 1 Civil War. It's the best one.
Anyone who disagrees is dumb.
It's 100%.
Not necessarily dumb.
I think
smart, but you're right.
I think that one's easy. A lot of people would probably say Winter Soldier. I would disagree. I think Civil War is better.
Winter Soldier is my 2.
Because it nails every single character in the movie, as well as doing a fantastic job of introducing both Black Panther and Spider-Man into the MCU. And then also made the fantastic choice of not giving it. They're like, look, you know who Spider-Man is. We're not going to worry about an origin. Easy.
It just shows up.
Easy. Love it. Perfect.
2 is Winter Soldier for me.
I'll agree with that.
Winter Soldier's character development, probably the best for all the Marvel movies in terms of just raw character development.
I don't know, dude. Iron Man 2 and 3.
But you don't like Iron Man 3.
I don't like parts of Iron Man 3. The first 2/3 of Iron Man 3 are awesome. And then the ending is dumb. Although I hear it's better the second time around. I have not seen Iron Man 3 since it was in theaters.
Neither do I, actually.
So I feel like I'm going to give it a second watch. There's Deadpool in this list for some reason, and Deadpool is not in the MCU. Nor is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is not a good list.
They're just all Marvel movies.
Yeah, I hit MCU. I didn't want all Marvel because the X-Men movies are not canon. Oh look, there's Blade.
Hey,
Howard the Duck.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Howard the Duck. It's the best MCU for sure.
Howard the Duck is actually canon in the MCU.
Yeah,
he's in the post credits of Guardians of the Galaxy,
also,
which might be my number 3. The first Guardians.
My number 3 goes to a solid. Where is it? I just saw it and I forgot that it existed. Keep in mind, my list is tainted by having not seen Homecoming.
Oh, I'm changing things. So you're keeping Winter Soldier at 2? No, Winter Soldier is my 3 because Homecoming is my number 2.
Homecoming's your 2.
Because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero because he's the best superhero. And Homecoming is, seriously, it's like having a comic book with a movie. I was blown away at how good Homecoming is. Easily number 2.
All right. My 3 then. Wait, yeah, my 3. Because you have your 3 already.
My 3 will be Winter Soldier because Winter Soldier is too good.
Ragnarok. I love Ragnarok.
That's my number 4. Ragnarok's my number 4, no doubt.
Our lists are very similar, just mine doesn't have Homecoming.
It's brilliant.
I think our lists might differ more the farther we get down, because the top 5 is probably going to be very similar. So your 4 is Ragnarok. My 4, probably Avengers 1.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know.
Avengers 1 is so good.
The 4 spot, it becomes harder for me. Maybe Guardians 1.
That's my number.
My 4, 5 are Avengers 1 and Guardians 1 in some order.
Right.
I'm not. If I had to guess, I would probably go.
What did I say? My number 4 was? Was that Guardians?
Your number 4. No, your number 4 is
Ragnarok. Yeah. So I haven't put Guardians on my list yet. Though.
Yeah. Are you putting Guardians above Avengers 1?
Yeah. I don't know if I can. Avengers 1 is 2. Well, here's the thing. I'm debating between Avengers 1 or Iron Man 2.
See, I am putting Guardians. I'm going Guardians 4, Avengers 1, 5.
Okay.
My 6, as a side note, in case you're wondering, will be Guardians 2.
But also Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange falls a little further for me.
Doctor Strange was so good.
Doctor Strange is
Did you finally watch it?
Yeah. It's just Iron Man 1 with better special effects.
Yeah, so it's better.
I like Iron Man 1 better, for being totally honest.
I don't. Iron Man 1's good. I honestly think it's overrated.
It's probably here's the thing. As actors, I far prefer RDJ to Benedict Cumberbatch.
Nah, I can't agree with that.
I realize I'm a minority here. I love RDJ.
Oh, well, RDJ is literally Tony Stark. Like, I don't think there's anybody that would disagree.
I don't think they can reboot Iron Man in our lifetime.
No, absolutely not.
But at the same time, to me, Christian Bale is Bruce Wayne.
I disagree with that too.
I think he's such a great Bruce Wayne. I think he's the best Bruce Wayne we'll ever have.
I disagree with all of that.
He's not necessarily... I'm a comic book guy, right? I grew up on DC Comics.
Yes.
He is not a comic book Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's sort of a... and here's the thing. I'm throwing this out there. I love all three of the Dark Knight movies very, very much. They're some of my favorite movies of all time. Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne, and consequently Batman, is basically like... you could probably staple a plank to his face and it wouldn't change the character at all.
I don't think I agree.
I felt wooden. There just wasn't much there.
That to me is real life Batman. I think he portrays.
But here's the thing: is there's not much they do with Batman though either. Like Batman is just all the time.
When he's like actually in the suit to some extent, yes. I enjoy.
All I'm saying is I love the Dark Knight movies, but the focus was never on Batman. He's not why those movies are good.
No, you could argue Heath Ledger might be a good portion of why.
Absolutely,
Dark Knight is great.
Heath Ledger is the reason the Dark Knight is great. I don't think there's any question.
No, I think.
The plot's there as well.
The plot, the writing,
and then
Gary Oldman is Commissioner Gordon.
I get that, but you don't say you should go watch The Dark Knight. Gary Oldman is amazing in it.
Well, you could.
The first thing you could, but the first thing you're going to say, anytime anyone brings The Dark Knight, what's the first thing you think of?
Probably the Joker.
The Joker. Because Heath Ledger made that movie.
Is the Joker the most iconic comic book villain of all time?
After that movie, probably.
Before that, though.
I don't know if we had one.
Like we have a Joker poster on our wall, and a Batman poster that happens to have the Joker on our wall.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if there really was one.
Like I'm trying to think of because Superman's the most iconic superhero.
Sure.
But none of his villains.
The Ironmonger.
Totally. The average person doesn't know Doomsday or
you could probably say Dr. Doom.
Maybe Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom was real big.
But the Fantastic Four are just not as big as Batman and Superman.
I agree.
So it's probably one of their villains.
But Dr. Doom was all over Marvel. It wasn't just Fantastic Four. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Yeah, I mean you're probably right.
I'm like, who's Marvel's most iconic villain? The Mandarin, maybe?
No, absolutely not.
The MCU ruined the Mandarin. That's the worst offense the MCU has done, is how they treated the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
I'm not going to say too much about Iron Man 3 until I watch it again. I want to go in there again and then see what I think about it.
Iron Man 3 is not a bad movie, but the way they treat the Mandarin is bad.
I'm gonna withhold all further opinions on Iron Man 3 until I watch it again because I literally haven't seen it in 4 years.
But most iconic Marvel villain, I don't even know.
Loki?
To be honest.
Venom, maybe, yeah.
I think Venom,
Loki. I'll say Loki. People know who Loki is now.
The MCU did that.
You just said MCU. You're just
asking
about MCU
the most
villains.
iconic Marvel, Marvel as a brand.
Oh, Venom, easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Venom or Green Goblin.
I'll say Venom and Green Goblin, and
they're both Spider-Man villains.
At this point, maybe Loki because of what they've done.
Because of the MCU, it's 100% Loki. He's into him. Everybody knows who Loki is. He's the bad guy of the MCU. You could also say Thanos.
Yeah, but Thanos has the Doomsday problem where he only comes out at the big events.
Yeah, but I mean, people know who Thanos was.
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet, even before the MCU, was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's Venom. So who's more iconic than Venom or the Joker? I think the Joker easy.
Joker probably. But I mean, it's got Heath Ledger behind it.
But even before Heath Ledger, when I was a little kid, if you'd asked me to name one comic book villain, at 4 or 5, the Joker would have the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, you grew up a DC kid, though, right?
To some extent, yeah.
I grew up a Marvel kid. I probably would have told you Venom.
I guess it depends where you grow up.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're pretty, at least. Especially in the '90s, because Venom was created in the early '90s, I believe.
I'm just excited for a good movie Venom.
Yeah, too bad we're not getting one. I love Venom. It's a shame that we're not going to get one.
Why?
Because that Venom movie looks awful.
I've avoided looking at anything for it because I just don't want to be let down.
Well, here's the thing. Venom's not in the teaser, so you're fine.
Oh, well.
And here's the thing. You're going to be let down anyway because it's not going to be good.
Who is it? Is it an MCU movie?
No.
Oh, is it Sony?
It was half and half. They say Spider-Man might show up in it. But you know what they're making is a Venom origin story without Spider-Man, which doesn't work.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. The only thing that it's got going for it is the dude that's playing Venom.
But is it going to be canon in the MCU?
No. While it could have things from the MCU or specifically Spider-Man in it, it will not be part of the MCU canon.
Sony making it? I hate.
Nobody knows. This is the movie. Literally, less people asked for Venom than they did for Solo.
Why?
Nobody wanted this. It doesn't sound good. The premise sounds awful. The teaser was garbage.
I'm gonna go watch this teaser. I'm excited to see this teaser. I love garbage teasers.
There's nothing. It's nothing.
I'm so excited to see
it's
this.
shots of New York, a bunch.
Perfect.
That's all it is.
Perfect.
And then there's a one like second and a half long shot of a really bad CG symbiote.
Good.
And that's it. There's nothing. This movie's gonna be terrible. The only thing is the dude that played Bane is going to be Venom.
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy is Eddie Brock.
He's like too old to be Eddie Brock.
No, Eddie Brock's old.
But Tom Hardy is like 50. I don't actually know how old Tom Hardy is.
I don't think Tom Hardy's 50.
How old is Tom Hardy?
I'm 45,000.
Oh, shut up. How old is Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy is 40.
That was close.
He's also 5'9".
What? He's short.
Yeah, he is. He's my height.
Pretty than Black Hawk Down. Oh, Tom Hardy. Now that we're... Great podcast. We're just sitting here looking at Tom Hardy on our phones.
And Tom Hardy was great in Mad Max.
Tom Hardy...
All 2 words that he said.
Mad Max... Mad Max not getting a sequel... is the saddest news that I've gotten in a long time.
I don't know. I don't think it needs one.
I would have loved one, though.
I'm fine with it.
I would have loved to... I just want to see more. I want more.
There are 3 other movies before it.
They're not as good.
No, they're not.
Fury Road... Like, they're not bad, but they're not Fury Road.
They got Mel Gibson.
Yeah. As Mad Max. Yeah. Hey, listen, Mel Gibson used to be like, whoa, in movies.
Yeah, and then he started publicly hating Jews.
See, like I said, if you had just said hating Jews, it would have been like, well, he probably hated them the whole time.
Yeah,
but,
publicly. No, publicly. I'm sure he still does.
I'm just saying, like, think about how many iconic movies he is in.
Oh, Mad Max.
The Mad Max films, The Patriot, not The Patriot, the Irish version of The Patriot, Braveheart.
The Irish version of The Patriot. Y'all also could have said the Scottish version of Gladiator.
Or
because those movies came out like a year apart.
It's like right in the
Braveheart
same
and Gladiator, yeah.
And The Patriot. The Patriot like
Patriot was like immediately after Braveheart.
Yeah. What a Woman Wants.
I never saw it.
It's like a really iconic rom-com.
Is that a rom-com? Yeah, I never watched it.
It's a really iconic rom-com.
I never watched it.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
he gets the ability to read the minds of women. That's the
yeah, I remember hearing the concept of that, and then being like, "No, I'm gonna go watch The Patriot or something."
I mean, like, listen.
Was he in The Last of the Mohicans?
Probably.
I feel like he was in a bunch of like Revolutionary War era movies.
Last of the Mohicans. Side note, my final note for the podcast.
Yeah.
The most boring book I had to read in high school was Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, the movie was badass.
I don't think I finished it.
The movie's good.
I definitely didn't finish it.
It's a shame because the movie's good.
It's not a good book. Don't read it. Don't read it.
Why would I read? Who does that? Sounds terrible.
I have a membership to Barnes & Noble. You know where else you can have a membership to? Our Patreon.
Your butt.
That too. It's got its own Patreon. It's patreon.com/samsbutt. That's not a Patreon. Don't go there.
Samspatreon.com. That's a completely different domain.
Don't go there. I don't know what you'll find.
Patreon.com/samsbutt.
Yeah, don't go there. I'm really not sure what you're going to find. We do have Patreon. Patreon.com/save.
I have a pretty good idea what you can find.
Productions. We take money to make better content. I'm staring at a light bulb right now because we don't have lighting.
It's true.
It's a lamp. It's literally a lamp.
It's an actual lamp that we just took the lampshade off of, yeah.
Low budget at its finest. Well, I've been saying it's been Chris.
I'm Chris.
We're gonna go see Black Panther tomorrow.
I'm excited about
We're gonna go film a video for Saturday right now.
Yeah. Also, something I want to touch on before we take off is I just want to let you know. Because it might not even be working by the time that this goes up. Is Sam put up his vlog for last week because this month's
darn right I did.
Third Wednesday video is going to be some personal vlogs from us. Google Drive hates me and won't let me upload my footage.
Google Drive isn't the only one that hates Chris.
Google Drive in particular hates me right now, and so I'm working on somehow getting all of the stuff that I filmed on my phone because it was a lot. It was a good vlog. It was awesome. It was deep and personal. So hopefully I'll have that sometime for you. If I can't get it this week, I'm going to hold off doing mine because Sam's putting up his next Wednesday. We're doing 2 each. And so what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a double feature if I can't get mine up in time. By the
double header?
End of the week. So I'll film...
The double play.
I'll film 2 vlogs. And I will upload them both at the same time.
For the price of one, which is free because it's YouTube.
It won't be one video. It'll still be separate videos, but I'll edit them and upload them both at the same time. So that way they all go up and you can enjoy those at your leisure and get to know me a little better because that was the whole point of our vlogs.
And get pumped for my vlog. It'll come up next Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Google Drive decided to hate me too. And I hope it's not raining because I really want to go and walk around outside somewhere while I'm filming.
It's supposed to rain all next week, actually.
I know.
I'm not even just trying to be like an ass about it. It's literally going to rain all next week.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be sitting in my office Monday and Tuesday the whole day just waiting for a break in the rain. And the second there's a break in the rain, I was hopping in my car and driving to downtown Delaware and just filming for 20 minutes and then going back to the office. Best part about my job. I can kind of come and go as I need to.
Brag about it.
It's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. It's nice.
All right, we're done. Cut it.
Goodbye.
Get out. We don't want you here anymore.
Oh, God.
Good.
If I landed on my drink, I would have laughed really hard.